Department of State Services (DSS) on Tuesday raised the alarm of alleged plots by certain groups and individuals to cause a breakdown of law and order in the country as the Youth celebration approaches. Addressing newsmen in Abuja, the spokesperson of the service, Dr. Peter Afunanya, however, warned those behind the deadly act to retrace the steps as the service would deal with them and their collaborators decisively according to the law of the land. Afunanya lamented that many simply want to use the present situation in the country to cause divisions among citizens, seek cheap popularity, and or present the country as ungovernable. He stated that this was more so as the service had observed that some persons who were desperately seeking power used wrong narratives to not only mislead citizens but overheat the polity. He added that already some persons were exploiting and politicizing the issue of insecurity in the part of the country for pecuniary and other selfish reasons. He also raised the alarm that resexing members of the National Assembly and State Houses of Assembly and other public and private sector workers on vacation may be predisposed to threats of various degrees. Afunanya pointed out this also appealed to Nigerians who may travel from within and outside the country to join their loved ones for the celebrations. According to him, these individuals are susceptible to kidnapping, hijack, assassinations, armed robbery, and political manipulations. The service therefore warns that those who are involved in this evil plot of destabilizing the country should desist from such acts. It also enjoins politicians to play by the rule and avoid statements or activities capable of inflaming the fires of division and violence prior to the 2023 elections. Opinion mongers like the clergy, the religious and traditional rulers are also to guide their utterances and avoid inciting pronouncements. In a related development, it is a common knowledge that criminal elements will heighten their ignorance activities before, during, and after the festive period. Therefore, religious and community leaders, hostelers and operators of markets, parks, and relaxation centers are to be alert and watch strange movements and activities around their facilities. Such facilities include places of worship, parlors, markets, schools, and other public buildings. Owners and operators of this public space and their patrons should endeavor to isolate and report suspected movement to security agencies for a prompt response. Consequently, the service interactive website and the complaint lines will remain active and available to the public. Its formations at the state and the local government levels will be open 24 hours at the day. This is in line with the service commitment and support to the populace. As schools vacate and students return home for holidays, there is a likelihood that subversive gangs will target them for recruitment for undesirable intent. These may include, but not limited to, financial crimes, armed robbery, civil disobedience, and violent protest, substance abuse, banditry, and kidnapping. In this respect, parents and guardians are advised to be watchful of their children and wards and ensure that they do not engage in unlawful acts. Aside from students, recensing members of National Assembly or State Houses of Assembly and other public or private sector workers on vacation may be predisposed to threats of various degrees. This also applies to Nigerians who may travel from within and outside the country to join their loved ones for the celebrations. These individuals are susceptible to kidnapping, hijack, assassinations, armed robbery, and political manipulations. They are advised to be secured conscious in order not to fall victim to these attacks and destructive political movement. Let me reiterate at this junction that those who sponsor kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, insurgency, and all kinds of attacks on security agents, civilians, and vulnerable populations should have a rethink. These persons, whether in the north or south, knows themselves. There is no doubt that they have crossed the lines, and it is now time to crush them. The service also accused the legal team of the detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, of misleading the public with fake news about how their client was allegedly being maltreated in custody. Afunanya pointed out that, contrary to what was being peddled, Kanu was not being starved or ill-treated in any way. According to him, on IPOB and the alleged ill treatment of its detained leader, the service has, without any fear of contradiction, appealed restraint in making public statements over the matter. The reason is simple: because it avoids joining issues, especially over a matter that is sub judice. But for the sake of transparency and democratic accountability, the service had decided to make some clarifications. The service denies all inciting allegations by IPOB and states that Nnamdi Kanu is not in any way maltreated in custody. Accusations of maltreatment are the service standard operation procedure on the implementation of rights of a suspect. Nnamdi Kanu enjoys full luxury in the holding facility, incomparable to any of its type anywhere in the country. He is accorded full rights and privileges. He is never denied his right of worship or freedom from his select religious practice, he has said. So guys, you've all heard it now. What's your take concerning this? Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Also subscribe to this channel if you have not. Thank you very much. Bye for now.